around the world aren't really familiar with the wide meaning of assistive technology. What is assistive technology? Assistive technology is a term applied to any item or piece of equipment, such as a wheelchair, lift, specialized computer, or communication boards, used to increase, maintain, or improve the functional capabilities of individuals with disabilities at home, school, and even at their workplace. A small non-profit, Iskra from Skopje, Macedonia, got an idea that one group of people with disabilities which could benefit from assistive technology are people with cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy is a lifelong, non-progressive, non-reversible condition that results from damage to the brain while it was developing, before, during, or immediately after birth. As consequences from that damage are different degrees of physical disabilities and more often than not accompanied by intellectual disabilities and epilepsy. Those with the most severe degree of physical and intellectual disabilities rely entirely on their caretakers. If not for their assistance, they're literally chained to their beds and confined to their rooms. This is where Iskra steps in, with their idea of renting assistive technology free of charge or on the pay-what-you-can model. Our first goal is to buy and rent lifts to increase mobility at home for people with cerebral palsy. A lift can facilitate their movement while performing fundamental daily needs, like movement from a wheelchair to the bed, from a wheelchair to the bathroom, or from a wheelchair to the car, and vice versa. This way, the huge burden a caretaker has will be literally and figuratively lifted. Even though assisted living centers exist in Macedonia, they offer low-quality living conditions and care, which force their families to keep persons with cerebral palsy at home. This means at least one member becomes a full-time self-taught caretaker, loses opportunities for employment and a regular social life. In turn, this frequently leads to poverty, depression, and decreased quality of life for both their caretaker and the cerebral palsy person. Assistive technology is pricey for Macedonian standards. The full-equipped lift with an individualized sling we want to buy and rent costs roughly the annual low-wage salary and half the annual average salary for one person. Here's where you can help. With your donations, we hope to raise enough funds to start our project off the ground with 5 lifts that will assist the caretakers in the everyday needs a cerebral palsy person has and increase their quality of life and their caretakers. Donate and give cerebral palsy people and their families a better chance at life.